Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another welcome to the show. Guys, I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful 24th of October. This is part 2 of why Bleach deserves to be in the big tree, which is Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. This is my theory on Kenpachi. This is a bonus for the first part. Watch the first part, it's gonna help you a lot to understand. So, the theory is that Kenpachi Zanpakuto was so strong that he was able to see that he was so strong, his spiritual pressure was so strong that we were able to see his physical presence. And we saw that also with Ewatch, who was able to go inside of Ishigo's soul, right? I don't believe that. I believe in something completely different. I think Zaraki Kenpachi saw himself as a kind of villain. He saw himself as a pariah. Fun fact: when you look at the story of Kenpachi, it is a kid who killed every single person, and they were all Shinigami. When you look at the character of Zabuza, which is also one of the first villain of Naruto, that Kenpachi is one of the first big fight of Bleach. What did Zabuza do? He was a kid that kills a lot of ninja. Very similar, right? Little fun fact. My personal understanding of why Kenpachi never saw himself as a Shinigami. So that's why he went to the Soul Society. And before he even enrolled into the academy, before he even enrolled in one of the squadron, what he said is like, you guys are not gonna like me, you guys are not gonna respect me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill one of the captain. I'm gonna kill one of the captain, and I'm gonna take his place. There's two ways to become a captain in Bleach. Either you're the strongest and you're elected, or you're put there by Yamato, which is the king of, not a king, but he's the governor of the Soul Society, if you will. And he's not a Soul King, sorry. And then there's another point. There's another really cool thing that happens. Kenpachi is also one of the most beloved Soul Society captain, and the reason for that is very simple. He treats his squadron like a comrade. You see, he doesn't follow the rules of the Soul Society. So, in the Soul Society, when you look at every other squadron, there is a captain, and there is a clear hierarchy. When Kenpachi comes in, the beautiful thing about Kenpachi, the beautiful thing about his squadron is you want to get higher in rank, get stronger. So when you look at Kenpachi, when you look at him, you look at the people that are there, it's rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5, right? And is that because they're able to fight better than others? And one of Kenpachi is the captain with the most subordinate that use a bankai. So you have Okaku, and you have the guy who I think is, and those are the two. I believe the guy who drinks also is able to. Guy who drinks with sunglasses, I don't remember his name. Sorry, I'm not good with names. The beauty, my theory is Zaraki never saw himself as a Soul Reaper. Never saw himself in being able to be a strong Soul Reaper. See, Kenpachi comes into the fight with Ishigo because he's not allowed to fight with other people, and they're all boring. So Ishigo is his first chance at a real fight for a while. So he goes against Ishigo, and then Ishigo destroy him. And then it's like, kid, how did you do that? And Ishigo tells him you have to be closer to your sword. And Kenpachi, there's this really beautiful moment where Kenpachi's like, hey sword, what's your name? I get close to him, and you realize that he couldn't talk to the sword because the sword was already out. That's a beautiful moment that you only realize at the very end. And so what happened is he's also fighting against a captain, which is a healer captain. However, this healer captain used to be like a serial killer. If you look, and that's a complete crazy part about the Soul Society. If you look at the very beginning of the Gote 13, which is the Gote 13 are sort of the task force of the Soul Society. They make sure that every single need of the Soul Society is need. There's 13 squadron, one for fighting, one for healing, one is a police force, one is an intel force. It's like that, right? So he fights one with the healer course. You realize that the Gote 13 at the beginning were all criminals, all of them criminals, and it is kind of really cool because since they're criminals, kind of like a badass Gote 13, right? So this is what happened first. Second, Super simple. I just said a lot, huh? Super simple. We have the. How can I put this in word? Guess what? Different generation of captain, either because they retired or because they were defeated. As we saw by Zaraki, except for one, which is the medic. And the medic, she has a dark, and she goes in this cave, right? And she looks like a killer, which shows Zaraki that even though she was a monster, she was also accepted. And I think that's when he was able to say, "I'm a Soul Reaper too. I'm a Shinigami too. I deserve my place here. Even if I am a criminal, even if I'm no good, I deserve my place here." And it's finally when he's able to accept the fact that he's a Shinigami. And Zaraki is so fucking strong. So strong. That all he needed to do was accept that he was a Shinigami. All he needed to accept was that he was an equal. That's one of the captain, but an equal to other captain. And that because of that, because he was as strong, he was able to activate his Bankai. It's like this. See, the really cool thing, the really, 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 really badass thing is Ishigo is a genius. Ishigo is able to master his Bankai in 7 days. My apologies. But and look at Renji, which is a character we have from the beginning. At the very end, he's able to use his Bankai, right? But it took some time. When you look at his squadron, there's a guy, the bald guy. It took him the whole manga, but he's able to achieve Bankai. Bankai is very hard. It's very, very hard to achieve. And the fact that Zaraki achieved it so fast, I believe, and I'm not completely sure, but I believe that Zaraki achieved Bankai quicker than Ishigo. All he needs to do is to accept himself. So when you see Zaraki, he's like this meathead, only give a fuck about killing. And his road of acceptance is what led him to true strength. That is beautiful.